The Young Turks and Kyle Kulinski of Secular Talk have teamed up with veterans of Bernie Sanders' campaign to launch a new initiative to take over the Democratic Party once and for all. So it's called Justice Democrats, and this is something that I am overwhelmingly excited about. Now, the first question, before we even get to what Justice Democrats are, is why even bother with the Democratic Party? Because I talk about how the Democratic Party is a lost cause and how they're rotten to the core, so why not just start a new party? Why not take all of the resources that Justice Democrats can raise and funnel this towards creating a brand new party that we're in control of? Well, I'll let Kyle Kulinski explain why that might not be the best strategy.
And all of the institutional biases against third parties are so immensely strong that we're effectively handicapping ourselves if we go into it trying to do a third party. It's like taking a sledgehammer, swinging it at your kneecap, and then saying, okay, now it's time to go run that marathon you spoke about. Well, if I'm going to run the marathon, I should be in tip-top shape now, shouldn't I? I should give myself the best possible chance, not the worst chance. So, for example, the Green Party, who I absolutely love, they've had some successes here and there, but by and large, they are not what's viewed as a viable third party. And again, it's not their fault. It's the fault of the institutional biases against them and against third parties in general. But if you're a member of the Green Party, and you're a member of the Democratic Socialists, let me tell you right now, you are our allies. I view you as our allies. So I don't want people to take it the wrong way. I need them to understand exactly where we're coming from. And if you read the platform of the Justice Democrats, we specifically refer to reforms that we favor that would help third parties and remove some of those institutional biases. But based on our calculations, our highest chance of winning and actually getting the policies we want implemented is to take over the Democratic Party.
So in my opinion, I think Kyle's logic here is absolutely sound, and I've kind of made similar arguments here. I've stated that, yes, unfortunately, we have to begrudgingly work within the Democratic Party, but simultaneously try to build a viable third-party alternative, because unfortunately, with our two-party system, with our single-member district plurality, winner-take-all system, it's really difficult for a third party to gain prominence in the United States currently. So I agree that it's easier to just try to take over the Democratic Party rather than trying to create a viable alternative. Now, I think that we should still try to build up the Green Party at the same time, but this is a great initiative, and I'm really excited about it. So the goal of Justice Democrats is to take over the Democratic Party by primarying corporatist Democrats. And so Justice Democrats, they're going to vet candidates that actually agree with the progressive platform. And they're all going to be signing a pledge, and they're vowing to not take corporate money. It's going to be funded specifically or exclusively by grassroots efforts. So their platform includes a constitutional amendment to get money out of politics, raising the minimum wage, ensuring healthcare and education are rights for everyone, ending unnecessary wars, ending the war on drugs, creating a renewable energy revolution, and most importantly, we know that they're actually going to push for these policies because they're signing a pledge. Justice Democrats will not be taking money from billionaires and large corporations, and almost all of these policies have majority support in public opinion polls. So I think that this is a great way to ensure that we get people that are like Bernie Sanders, that agree with the policy positions that Bernie Sanders agrees with. And I love it. So how it works is you nominate someone, and if you want to change the country, you can run yourself. They'll vet you, and you very well could be a Justice Democrat. So here's what you can do. You can head on over to justicedemocrats.com and sign up if you can. Donate to support the cause. If you can give $27 just like you did for Bernie Sanders' campaign, that will really help make this a more effective organization. So Justice Democrats is an organization that actually gives me hope for the first time in a long time, and I really believe in this. I do. I'm not just saying that. I really believe in this. Now, it's still going to be tough, just because we have the Justice Democrats and we can throw the weight of progressives behind them and give them a lot of money to run, so that way they don't have to take financial contributions from, large corporations and billionaires. That doesn't mean it's going to be easy for us. The Democratic Party establishment is still going to pull out the dirty tricks that they used against Bernie Sanders. They're going to do the same thing to try to discredit and defeat Justice Democrats. But that doesn't mean we just roll over and die, because it's going to be difficult. That doesn't mean we don't try. We're still going to fight to get Justice Democrats elected. And of course, when we do get Justice Democrats elected, the Democratic Party will inevitably try to co-opt them like the Republican Party tried to co-opt the Tea Party and was successful. But the difference between Justice Democrats and the Tea Party, besides policy, of course, is that Justice Democrats are not funded by large corporations. The Tea Party is an astroturf, that is, a pseudo-grassroots movement that was funded by billionaires like the Koch brothers. Their network funded a lot of the Tea Party protests. The Koch network funded a lot of the campaigns of Tea Partiers. So we're different than the Tea Party in that when we get into office, Justice Democrats aren't going to sell out. And if they do sell out, then we primary them and get them out of office too. So I want to fight so that way we have a Democratic Congress that not only gives Democrats the majority, but a majority of Justice Democrats. In addition to doing this, we also still push for certain policies. We organize grassroots protests. We still resist Donald Trump. And we still try to reform the Democratic Party simultaneously. We have to have multiple strategies at once. We can't just rely on one thing. So I think that this is one of many strategies that we have to employ to actually impact the country and get real progressive change. So look, it's difficult to reform the party because the party is rotten to the core. Everything about the party gives me no hope. But with Justice Democrats, if we can't reform the party, we're just going to take it over. We're going to take control of the party. So that way it's control of the people, not the large corporations, not the donors, not the funders of the Democratic Party. So please join this revolution, justicedemocrats.com. And if you can, give anything, sign up, nominate someone. And I really want you to consider this. And I mean this. If you are tired of the way that the country's going, if you don't like the way it's being run, if you think that you could do a better job, sign up, run for Congress. We want progressives to get involved. I don't want there to just be Bernie Sanders in Congress trying to fight Trump by himself and trying to drag along Democrats. I want Justice Democrats like you in Congress fighting alongside Bernie Sanders. Don't doubt yourself. If you think you can do it, then you can. If you have any shred of just contemplation in your body that makes you think maybe I would be a good Justice Democrat, I want you to sign up for this. You owe it to us. You owe it to the country. You owe it to yourself to be a true progressive and run. So look, if you're 25, you could run for Congress. Please, be a Justice Democrat. Run for Congress. justicedemocrats.com. This is really, really encouraging.
Support this podcast by joining the independent progressive media revolution today at humanistreport.com.